Tuesday night baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Tonight, the start of a 3-game interleague series. Kevin Gossman gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, he has got an excellent strikeout to walk ratio. He's dominating hitters. He doesn't walk guys. He's around the plate. And that number alone just tells me his stuff is dominating and hitters can't catch up to it. Let's watch him execute in this game.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. A wave and a miss. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Now a hard liner toward short. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Tried to go back-to-back. I don't know who set up the other. He swung through the first one. Didn't look good. I would have came back with a slider, too. He made a great adjustment and got the base hit, though.
Gene Segura standing in. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Matt, I got to be totally honest here. With Woody Keller behind the dish, don't be too surprised you have a few questionable calls. It's not that he's consistently off, but I've been told it seems like he has a fairly tall strike zone. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Runners on the move for second. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full. 3-2. On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit. Digging in now, Paul Goldschmidt. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location. Right down the middle, but he got away with it.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold? Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Jones is under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting fifth.
Settling in now, Jake Lamb. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Has a look, now the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Throw to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. Second and third, 2 away. And that misses. 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. Diamondbacks strand a pair. The Orioles due up in the first. No score. Digging in the switch hitter, Donald Jones. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Hot shot on the ground is short. And a rather easy first out. Time now to check out Buck Showalter's lineup card for the Orioles in this one. HR, how do they go about ending the losing streak they're mired in?
Well, Matt, we're seeing a lot of lineups like this lately. This club has a lot of power, but not a lot of speed. Shouldn't be surprising. You don't usually have the combination of the 2 where you got speed and power, but their power, no speed. They have to hit the ball at the ballpark if they want to win.
A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1. Greinke ready now. The 1-1. Towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Batting third.
So coming to the plate, Adam Jones. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And a ball 1-0. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And the runner back safely. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Runners on first with 1 down. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
I really like that pitch right there. The batter will tell you everything. You get a late swing right there on a fastball low and away. That means that's a great located pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Well, a 3-2 count and a guy that handles the bat up at the plate. This is a great time to put that runner on first in motion.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
And this is swung on and missed by Jones as he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. So digging in now, Chris Davis. He comes in currently 2nd on the team in home runs. Greinke comes set. Here it comes. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there in this situation. I may see him come back with that. This hitter's so amped up, ready to go. Nice job of pulling the string.
Comes set, and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Runners off for second. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Castillo will make the catch for out number 3. So nothing in the Orioles' first. 2nd inning coming up from Baltimore. No score. Digging in, Peter O'Brien. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
Peter O'Brien.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Pitch on the way. 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Yasmani Tomas is on deck. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 24, Yasmani
Way
Tomas.
behind that pitch. It's 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Wellington Castillo is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
And here's Davis to tuck it in, and there are 2 gone now. At the plate, Chris Owings. And he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. In the dirt here, and the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Hey, this is exactly what you do with the scrappy 9 hitter. He's almost like another leadoff guy. He's battled himself right back into this at bat now. With 2 outs, he's got a chance to go ahead and drive in a couple runs. Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got the ball called.
2 out here and a runner at second. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Tomas is on his way home. And he will beat the tag of Wieters safe at the plate.
Well, he really picked his team up right there. After the pop out, you're thinking, oh, we may not score. Then he hops up there with 2 outs and drives in the run. That just lifts everybody's spirits.
Swinging a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. And Machado will make the catch here, and that ends the inning. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Orioles nothing. Into the box now, Matt Wieters. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s.
Matt Wieters.
Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Wieters awaits the 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Wieters awaits the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. A fastball right over the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Trumbo.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Well, a pitcher can tell you a lot early in the game. With this veteran pitcher out here, fastball in. To me, it looks like he's going to try to take that inside half and say, that is mine.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a line drive. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Well, Matt, that's his 6th game. He's got a base hit in now. You got to start a streak somewhere. I start paying attention about 6 games. He's swinging the bat pretty good.
So striding forward now, Tom Noonan. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, that base hit right there extends the streak to 10 games. When you start getting hits over 10 games, you've been pretty consistent over the last 2 series you've been playing. Really good ball right now.
Evan Gattis now standing in as we take a look at the splits between April and May. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1. Striding in, Andrew Romine, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. On the ground up the middle. Segura has it. The second for one. On to Goldschmidt. A double play. Inning. Striding in once again, Gene Segura. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Segura.
First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
First baseman number 44.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Number 6.
Digging in to try it again. David Peralta. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. That's wide. 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. Another try at 2-2. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Jones going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Wow, he puts a serious charge into this ball. Ends up splitting the 2 outfielders, bangs up against the wall in right center, and he cruises into second, knowing he can't hit the ball much harder than that.
Jake Lamb is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Now he reaches out and tries to dump this one out to left. And this ball's going to fall in out there. A base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. And he is in there.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. Then the last 2 batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Peter O'Brien is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Well, that's 2 impressive fastballs. 2 mid-90s fastballs just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
The left fielder, number 24.
Here's Yasmani Tomas.
She'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 3 runs already home here. Way in front of that fastball. One and 2, here it comes. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch. For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And a fastball misses there,
now
ball
batting,
4.
Catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wellington Castillo. He popped out in his first trip. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider, but tonight, completely different.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Ready for another chance? Donald Jones. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Donald Jones.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded by Owings. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. Digging in for his second at-bat, Manny Machado. He singled his last time up. In tied at 93, ball 1. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. 2-0 now. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Falling behind 3-0 to the wrong guy right here. You don't want to mess around with him. You know he's going to have the green light. If you throw one inside, he still might turn and burn.
That one's in there. 3-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is going to be a foul ball. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And standing in the fine center fielder, Adam Jones. Ball 1.
That's a ball.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play.
First baseman,
here's Chris Davis now. He popped out in his first trip. Now Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
In the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. Here's Chris Owings now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Baseman, Chris Owings.
And he takes ball 1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
Chopped weakly to the left. Machado moving to his right. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 2.
Ready once again, Gene Segura. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Here he is, falling behind. Another hitter, 2-0 count. You continue to put him in hitters' counts, you're going to continue to get burned.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Now batting, the first pitch.
Digging in once again, Paul Goldschmidt.
And we thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still in there for at least 1 more hitter.
Well, Matt, we'll see how this works out, but I think they figured with the righty coming up, it was worth.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
Matt Wieters.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Ready on 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Now batting.
Now to the plate,
Right
Mark
fielder,
Trumbo. A base hit in his first trip. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
That's exactly what you don't want to do first pitch. If you're going to swing first pitch, you want to drive it. But you can't take an ugly, bad swing on the first pitch when you know what you're looking for. They got to be more patient because you're going to get more pitches.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Greinke ready now. The 1-1. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. The 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
Another hit, another multi-hit game. He has been on some kind of hot streak. They better start paying attention to him.
Hitter, Tom Noonan.
Standing in now, Tom Noonan, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Swung on and missed. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Reached for and popped into the air, back behind second. Under it is Owings, and there are 2 away now. Evan Gattis now standing in. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Gattis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Peralta sprinting after it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Trumbo rounds third and is digging for the plate. The relay. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
In now, Andrew Romine. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. One pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
This is when he's at his best. 2 runners in scoring position, and this is where he bears down. It's almost like he says, all right, I'm in a jam.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Orioles. Gustavo Presley is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Presley.
David Peralta is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Pitch on the way. Looks at a sinker there that drops in. 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is pulled into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Jake
Digging in and looking for more. Jake Lamb, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Swung on and missed for the first strike. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And now a pitch on the way. 3-1 now.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Peter O'Brien. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. There's one. On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. 4-6. Ready for another shot now. Donald Jones. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Here it comes, 1-0. A fastball that just misses inside. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here comes the payoff pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot down the line in left, number 22 on the year, and the Orioles have cut it to a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
Manny Machado stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Machado on his way to second. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Adam Jones is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Matt, this could be a real special inning. They've already hit a home run here, and now the real power is starting to come to the plate. We might be in for a light show.
Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch. Here's the 0-2. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chris Davis is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Tomas. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run is in to score on the sac fly as this lead is trimmed to 4-3 now. Striding into the box, Matt Wieters. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So it's a solo shot off the bat of Matt Wieters. 6th home run on the season for him, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Castillo waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, and we are tied 4-4. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The left fielder, number 24.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's off the left field wall. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in once again, Wellington Castillo. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And that misses ball 1. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. 4 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Tough slider down low for a strike.
This is a situation you love as a hitter. It's an RBI situation tailor-made for you. If you hit the ball on the ground, you're going to pick up that run, and it's going to give you the lead.
Chris Owings waits on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And that one right down Main Street.
That's the 3rd slider in a row. And I'm going to tell you what, I think he'll probably throw 4 and maybe 5 if he needs it.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Grounded to short. Romine is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Really good job of putting the ball in play right there. Even though it wasn't a base hit, it does bring the go-ahead run for his team.
Ready for another chance. Chris Owings. Base is empty in front of him with 1 away following the RBI ground out. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
Into the box now, A.J. Pollock. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the O's 4. Dominic Leone enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 54, Dominic Leone.
Digging in to try it again, Tom Noonan. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Now the Diamondbacks get a left-hander up and working in the bullpen. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Way out of here as it bangs off the gate. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year as we are all tied at 5.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. He doubled his last time through. 1-0 pitch on the way. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Hey, they teach kids the same thing they teach pros here. When the ball is coming in tight like that, you don't open yourself up to it. You turn your back and absorb the blow. The thunk sounds a lot worse than it hurts. At least that's what they say.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here.
Well, he clearly did not miss that one. He got everything behind it, drove it out of the ballpark. I think he was just looking for that pitch and didn't miss it.
Now batting, second baseman, Donald.
Into the box, Donald Jones. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Tomas arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Here's Manny Machado now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. And there's ball 1. 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Soft grounder left side. To his left, Lamb. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 10, Adam Jones.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
No strike.
Here it comes, 1-0. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
3-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Into the box now, Chris Davis. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, Matt, he's been struggling, and they're coming right after him. He finds himself once again in an 0-2 count.
Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run shot for Chris Davis. Home run number 15 for him thus far as they open up a 4-run lead.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Wieters. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Wieters awaits the 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And now this is bobbled in left. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder.
Ready once again, Mark Trumbo. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. For Wieters, the double is his 8th of the season so far. Ball 1.
Man, it's been a long inning. He's grinding through it. Look, he's got an open base, and any other time I'd say maybe pitch around him, but you can clearly see this inning's taking its toll on him right now.
Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Yeah, and as we take another look at this pitch is on the outer half of the plate. The catcher doesn't know whether to backhand it or not, and it just skips off his glove for the pass ball. He'll be upset with himself about that one, no doubt.
And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. Gene Segura standing in. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point.
Shortstop.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
And he watches one split the middle here. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Jones backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
First baseman number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Striding in once again, Paul Goldschmidt. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he gets ahead 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Now here's the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Hard on the ground towards short, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
That's an impressive swing on a tough pitch, a sinker from a right-handed pitcher going into the right-handed batter, and he's able to get the bat head out and hit it in the left field. That was really cool.
Stepping in now, David Peralta,
And he puts it on the ground to second.
and that's through for a hit.
Well, that's a tough one right there. If that ball's at somebody, probably a double play. But as a result, it's one of those seeing eye singles. Just found the hole.
Jake Lamb standing in now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Matt, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there, a ball and a strike. Hit hard up the middle, reined in to second for 1, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They could use a good cup of ambition. It's 9-5. Robbie Ray gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Robbie Ray.
Tom Noonan will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Designated hitter, Tom Noonan.
And this is fouled back and out of play. The windup and the 0-1. And oh, look out, up and in, and nearly took his head off.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
He just ambushed him right here. First pitch fastball, he was looking for it, and boom, base hit.
Andrew Romine will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left.
He hit that changeup hard. Man, he saw it good. Just wasn't able to keep it fair.
0-1, here's the pitch. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
High pop-up. Goldschmidt just to the right of the mound. And that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Peter O'Brien will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gaddis racing back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness. When this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here, and I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Yusmani Tomas is at the plate, and he checks his swing for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. No one out with a runner at second. Weak chopper up the line. That's a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Jones. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Wellington Castillo comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that terminology, hands inside the ball. The only way you're going to do that is to pull your hands in hard and stay inside the baseball. Nice piece of hitting.
Chris Owings is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. A line shot to third base. Stepping in, A.J. Pollock. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here. 2 on, 2 out with a base open here. As a pitcher, you have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on. 3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Darren O'Day answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. On to first, and the Diamondbacks are turned away as the inning is over. Diamondbacks lead. So digging in now, Manny Machado, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Manny Machado.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Slow little grounder left side. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. Sometimes we use the phrase runs coming at a premium, but it's fair to say that none of us will be saying that tonight as we check out our line score. Neither pitching staff has really even showed up. Into the windup and the pitch. Adam Jones stands in as he can't connect here, 0-1.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage. I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tap down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little 2-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. He's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
And 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground toward the left. To his left, Lamb. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
First baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Ready to take his hacks again, Chris Davis, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Now a check swing. The appeal down to Earl Hendricks at third. No swing. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Drilled to the right side. Owings has it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. A beautiful nighttime view of the Baltimore skyline as we head to the top of the 9th in this one.
First baseman, number 4.
Paul Goldschmidt is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result, you got an ugly swing and miss.
And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
The right fielder, number 6.
So coming to the plate, David Peralta. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. In there, strike 1.
When you face a guy with this kind of motion, you just take the first pitch. You hope it's not a strike, but you got to be able to read him. He just gives you a different look than anybody else.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. So striding forward now, Jake Lamb. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. And that'll be the 4th wide one, so put runners at the corners here with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up Peter O'Brien. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Now a swing and a miss at the hard sinker, and they're back to even 2-2.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Late that time for a strike. Here's the 2-1. And this is swung on and missed, so the Diamondbacks are down to their final strike now. Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4, according to Woody Keller. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
But he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over. This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The O's blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Gustavo Presley gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Darren O'Day records 4 outs on his way to the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victory.